Smoking and drinking and drugs are cool, you know. they're the addictions people like to talk about. But porn, that's a problem we need to talk about. I was probably about 13 years old when I had my first exposure to pornography. I was around a friend's house after school, we played some PlayStation, and eventually we got a little bit bored, and he said to me, "Why don't we look at some porn websites?" And I didn't even know what that was. I was familiar with chess. That was my context for the word porn. It's the chess piece. So I was completely unprepared for what was suddenly in front of me, these images that were on my friend's computer screen. And I was kind of equal parts shocked and curious. A new door had opened into this curious world that I'd never explored before, and I dived in. I lived like that for a few years, going through this cycle of attending church on Sundays with my family, but knowing that I had this secret life that was being lived behind the scenes that felt wrong. One summer I went to a Christian festival with some friends, and there was one speaker in one of the sessions. He shouted over the crowd and he said, "There's something on you, and God can see it, and I can see it." You know, immediately my mind went to these struggles that I've been having, the porn, the addiction, all of that. I know that is the thing that was weighing me down. So when he asked people to respond, to stand up and receive prayer, for Jesus to come into your life and do something miraculous, I've got to respond to this. So I stood up. I felt like a burden had lifted off me. There was a lightness that I hadn't experienced before. And I knew in that moment that I'd been set free from that slavery to sin that I'd been living in. What Jesus has accomplished for us is so important because it's about more than just stopping us from doing bad stuff. For me, there was that huge thing that was broken off my life, but it doesn't mean that I was suddenly perfect and I'm Jesus now. We, all of us, have that daily journey, that process that we're on of being formed in the likeness of Christ.